I don't have the microphone plugged in. I am really not awake. Welcome to another post from Life and a Little Bit More. So I've got some updates before I get to my actual blog post. Some stuff that's been going on here in Virginia. If you are following Attainable Defiance on Facebook or me on Facebook, or you're just interested in news, you'll have probably heard of this. There is a bill called H78. What this bill was going to do was it was going to criminalize transgender bathroom use. So what that means is if you're a transgender, you would have to go into the bathroom that matched with the gender you were born with. So for instance, if you were a transgendered man, you would still be considered a female by these guys who proposed the bill, and you'd have to use the women's restroom, which makes absolutely no sense. If you've transgendered or transitioned already, then you're now a man, so you shouldn't have to use the women's bathroom. They were also going to have to pay $50, like a fine, if they got it wrong. Or not if they got it wrong, but if they went into the wrong bathroom. And that is so stupid and so silly. Thankfully this bill didn't pass. It lasted for like 3 days. It was very, very funny. But there was something, and I made this video last night, but I lied. I put up signs around the school protesting the bill. And it seemed kind of pointless in the end because it didn't pass. But I think nobody was even aware that it was happening. And that's a problem, because not only is this happening in Virginia, or has this happened in Virginia, but it has also happened in Indiana, it's happened in Arkansas, it's happened in Kansas. There are several other places, Nevada, but Indiana's still passing, which is unfortunate, but everywhere else it got kicked out, which is fantastic. But I want people to be aware that things like this are still going on in America, where we've just recently had gay marriage legalized and stuff like that, so it doesn't really, none of this makes sense, and it's completely silly. And what I wanted people to do in protest of this was, on my signs, I proposed an idea for an entire week, which was how long I thought the bill was going to, or continue to be debated, but I was wrong, thank goodness. But the protest was, I wanted people to use the opposite bathrooms, like girls are going to use guys' bathrooms and guys are going to use girls' bathrooms. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We have unisex bathrooms. Why shouldn't we go ahead and use the other person's bathroom? It's just a bathroom. And apparently one of the reasons that someone brought up, or the person who proposed the bill, I can't remember his name, brought up was that it was invasive of everybody's privacy, which I don't understand that at all. There are stalls that you stay in for privacy. It didn't make sense whatsoever. It didn't pass, thank goodness, but it's still happening, so I urge you to, if you live in those states, or even if you don't live in those states, if you don't live in this country, and there are similar things happening, I urge you to protest it in any way you can, whether that's making signs or proposing an actual protest. Just make sure none of this doesn't happen, because it doesn't make sense that you should make someone feel uncomfortable about who they are. It's not okay. So Attainable Defiance, continue to post articles. If you haven't, start posting, please. And I still want people to post videos. I know that it's very new, so I can't really force anybody to do it, and I shouldn't force anybody to do it anyways, but I would like it if people tried to make videos. And also, I wanted to explain to you guys, for WordPress, why I really started my blog. And the reason I'm doing this is because several weeks ago, maybe even a month ago now, I watched a video by one of my favorite cosplayers, Rhyme Lawlet, who is cosplaying Elle a lot. Fantastic cosplayer, really interesting person. But they made a video about their identity as a blogger. And that might sound silly, but Rhyme Lawlet and I have found that a lot of the times when people start blogs, it's to gain a following or gain interest of people, or to be recognized. And that is not why I started this blog. I mean, that's a bonus if it gets recognized, but that is I don't want it to get recognized because I want to be famous. I want it to get recognized because I talk about issues that are, fairly important to me and to a lot of other people, and I want these issues to be realized, and I want people to do something about these issues if they're bad. And if they're good, I want people to know if they are in a bad situation that there are good things out there that are happening. But that's the reason I started my blog, not because I want a following, because I want people to be aware of what is going on in the world. I tried to do this last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was a horrible idea. Don't ever try to read a satire that you wrote at 2 o'clock in the morning, because you will inevitably mess up like I did. So I'm going to read a satire I wrote called America as a Satire, which I had so much fun writing. It's really funny. And last night I was a little bit less enthusiastic because I was really, really tired. I mean, it was the morning and I was trying to read this. Anyways, it was a very dumb idea. So we're going to try to read it again. And I still haven't memorized it, so I might have to look down at my phone a lot. Please ignore that. If you want to read it, it's on my Facebook page. I'll put it on WordPress because it will be one of my blog posts. But before I start, in no way do I mean to offend anyone. This is a joke. America just makes it very, very easy for itself to be picked on. And, just read. Welcome to America, where we believe in freedom and equality. Everyone gets a free heart attack with every Happy Meal. We are also very good at jokes. We have a slightly different name for them though. Politicians. You will see their comedy show, Fox News, Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the northern part of our country, you will find ass cold weather and cold people to go with it. You can also see our Grand Lady Liberty. Pay a couple bucks and you get to take a peek under her robes. Our gift from the French. In the South, you'll find hospitality with a twang, so as long as you're not of a different sex, creed, race, or sports team than the average white male. You will also find Texas, the black sheep of the family, more like a distant, excommunicated cousin. We don't really talk about him. To the east, you will find Florida, the state of orange juice, and the world's worst drivers. On the west coast, you will find the beautiful sandy beaches of California, the richest bastards in America, and more weed than you could ever hope for. So please relax and enjoy your stay. Oh, I almost forgot. Take this gun as a souvenir. It's our foreign policy. So there you go. That's my satire. I hope you enjoyed it. That time was a lot more fun to read because I'm a lot more awake. If you want to like it, go to my Facebook or my WordPress and like it. And if you want to like my YouTube channel, like it and subscribe. So that is all I have for this week. Next week I will be making a very, very personal post. I'll be reading a personal poem called High Heels for They, Them. And I'm not going to tell you anything about it because it's a short poem and I want to leave it up to interpretation, so I am not going to tell you anything other than that title. So look for that next week. I'll possibly be doing a short video composition for it. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how much time I have. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So I'll see you guys next week, or I'll see you guys some other time, some other place, some other poem, some other satire. This has been life and a little bit more. Bye.